I'm Anil Kumar, and here is a test question from Introduction to Calculus. Consider limit of 2 plus h cube minus 8 divided by h, where h approaches 0. Evaluate the limit and interpret it as the slope of tangent to a curve at a specific point. So you can pause the video, answer, and then look into my suggestion. Let me first evaluate the limit. We are given limit when h approaches 0 for 2 plus h whole cube minus 8 over h. Now if I substitute h equals to 0, it will be something divided by 0, which is not known, right? So which is undefined. So in this case, we will expand the numerator and then simplify it. So a plus b whole cube, you remember, is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cubed. That's the formula for a plus b whole cube minus 8 divided by h. Now we can combine the like terms and simplify. 2 cube minus 2 cube is 8, right? So 2 cube minus 8 is 8 minus 8, which is 0. So you're left with these three terms here. So 2 square is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So 12h plus 2 times 3 is 6. 6h square plus h cube divided by h. Now you can take h common. So you get limit h approaches 0. If you take h common, you could get 12 plus 6h plus h square divided by h. Now h and h cancel out. So in this expression, you can now substitute h equals to 0, and when you do that, you get your value as 12. So the limit of this function is equal to 12. So that is the first part. The second part of this question is you need to interpret it as slope of a tangent to a curve at a specific point. Now, what do you think is the function here? Since we are doing 2 plus h whole cube, it seems to be a cubic function. So let me sketch a cubic function here. So we'll just sketch a cubic function, kind of enlarged at this point, since we want to explore what happens at 2. So let us say this is the point at 2. Right, so that is the value at 2. So for a cubic function, let us say this is x cube, y equals to x cube, and here we have x. What we are really considering here are 2 points slightly away from one another. So the first point is, let us say P, the other point is at Q. Coordinates for the second point, Q, is x value is given to us as 2 plus h. So it is slightly away, or you could say that the distance between the two, horizontal distance, this distance, is h, right? So they are h away. Now what is the interpretation for 2 plus h whole cube and 8? Now if I do 2 cube, I get the y value. Is it okay? So 2 cube is basically f of 2, right, which is 8, and the value here will be f of 2 plus h whole cube. You get the idea. I mean f of 2 plus h, which is equals to 2 plus h whole cube, right? So this height here is the numerator part, difference of these two, right? So what we find here is that 2 plus h whole cube minus, so 2 plus h whole cube minus 8 is actually delta y. And the denominator h is actually equals to delta x. Since we have this as limit, h approaches 0, that means, let me write here, so we have limit denominator delta x approaches 0, so that gives us slope of the tangent line. So that is the slope. So PQ is basically secant line, but as the distance between these 2 points come closer and closer, which we say h approaches 0, the slope of the secant becomes slope of tangent, right? So let me push it a bit. Becomes the slope of tangent at x equals to 2. And for us, the function which we are considering is f of x equals to x cube. So that is the geometrical interpretation of the given limit. I hope that's absolutely clear. Thank you and all the best.